Locked in $4,600 in all my Apex accounts today. I have 19 accounts, so it's roughly $260 a piece for the Rithmic accounts. And we're just gonna kind of go over and talk about what happened throughout the day and some common mistakes that traders probably made that cost them some money today. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into the charts here. As you can see, we had this like triple top area right in here. So we could not get past this, like really it was like 18,400. So this candle is where the market opened today. We're above the 9, we're above the 20, and we're above the 50. So previously we had this double bottom. We came up, consolidated, and then we have a bunch of wicks in this area. So this becomes a new support. In the pre-market, bounced up, came through. We still had not broken this 18,400 level. A great trade would have been off of the open when you break through this 18,400, just kind of trail it as it goes up. For me, I like to stay patient when the market opens and kind of let the price action play out a little bit. I don't like to rush into trades because the market's been highly volatile and it's been reversing back and forth. And a lot of traders probably got trapped up today because when you dial in to like a 5-minute chart, you can see we traded in this range for the first really up until noon. And we had this clear level of rejection, which is something that's very significant. So in the future, if we ever get back to this level, if we break this, we can expect the shot up to the upside. Now, where did I take my trade today? And I have a live trade recording that we can go over. But I essentially decided that I was not going to play in this consolidation range. It was just chopping back and forth. You could have tried shorting, but the very next candle, it comes right back up. And this right here is an account killer. And a lot of people probably got short, expecting us to fall to the low of days and probably blew up their accounts. This is something you definitely want to avoid. If you every morning plot these lows, the highs, and then wait for price to go around those levels, whether you break under them, and as you can see, that's what we kind of did today, or if you break over them initially for the momentum. So my trade today was in this area. So this setup is a break and retest. There's a ton of traders on YouTube that talk about it, and it presents itself all over the stock market each and every day, not just in futures, but also in stocks and commodities. So what do we have here? We have this opening range, low, high, consolidating here all day. We finally break through. A lot of traders probably got short and they immediately got stopped out. The best entry is right here. So we break through that level, we come back up, we retest. As soon as we hold below it and we have the second 5-minute candle start to flush is when I got in, and I just trailed my stop all the way down, and I think I ended up exiting around this area. So let's jump into the live trade. As you can see here, we are rejecting that pre-market low. We had a top wick and then we had a red candle that followed down here. So I entered 2 micro NASDAQ contracts short, and you can see I have the stop loss set, and the take profit obviously is default set in these brackets. And then just kind of be patient, trust the level. It rejected very clearly off that pre-market low, so this is a very confident trade for me. It does take some patience, take some time to play out here, but eventually you'll see I just started trailing my stop all the way down, and as I got closer toward the whole psychological number of 18,300, because NASDAQ tends to bounce every 100 points around those key psychological numbers, also around 50s, but yeah, 18.3 was initially kind of where I thought we might get some buyers to step in, so just kind of let the trade work a little bit and just kind of slowly make sure I lock in some profit here. And this is the power of just having 2 micros versus having mini contracts. So you don't have to worry about getting whipped back and forth with like multiple hundreds of dollars of P&L going in your favor or against you, and you can just let your trades work. I honestly, if you're trading with Apex, unless you have like a bigger account sizes, I don't see why you'd ever trade with more than 2 micro NASDAQ contracts. It's what I've been able to consistently do now, and we're working our way toward a $40,000 month here. So just gonna keep trying to get, $40,000 months just by base hits here. Small wins every day, avoiding any big losses is kind of like the key to success with trading, compounding your accounts, and really getting to that next level as being, really profitable. So, yep, as you can see there, we're stopped out of our trade, locked in, like I said, $260 across every account. And that's just something that you'll want to kind of keep in mind as a trade setup moving forward. I'm expecting a lot of negative downside in the market over the next couple days. I think we had basically like a bear flag, meaning we had like a slow grind up, and I think it was some profit taking, and then I think the NASDAQ is gonna most likely keep dropping for a bit. There's a lot of instability with like the Fed interest rates and the just overall global economy. So definitely prepare for volatility, only trade micros, and definitely stay away from minis right now. But yeah, that was a pretty simple and straightforward trade. If you look at the charts and you go back and see pretty much right where I got stopped out, the stock market came right back up. NASDAQ came back up and retested the 8,400 level, and then proceeded to head back down for probably a majority of the day. So there was another entry if you missed the initial rejection of those pre-market lows. But yeah, I'm good with $4,600 for the day. Let me know what you guys traded today, if you guys were positive or negative, what key levels you're watching, and where you think this market is going to be going in the future.